Listen to this.
We ran out of water in the first tank about 4:45 p.m. yesterday. We ran out of water in the second tank about 8:30 p.m. and the third tank about 3 a.m. this morning. Those tanks help with the pressure on the fire hydrants and the hills of Palisades. And because we were pushing so much water in our trunk line and so much water was being used before it can get to the tanks, we were not able to fill the tanks fast enough. So the consumption of water was faster than we can provide water in our trunk line. So I want to make sure that you understand there's water on the trunk line. It just cannot get up the hill because we cannot fill the tanks fast enough.
What is the number of hydrants that could not get water because of these pressure issues? What percentage of the system in Pacific Palisades wasn't getting service at that point?
We were trying to keep water at all altitudes on the Palisades, and I think about 3 a.m, that's when the hydrants went dry above the Brentwood area. We are able to push water on that trunk line on the east side of that, and we have some water on higher elevations, 16 to 18,000. But at 3,000, at 3 a.m., all of the fire hydrants went dry in the Palisades. What are we doing now? We're sending about 20 water tanks for our construction crews, full of water to support the fire department. We identify other areas in our system where our tankers can refill. It takes about 30 minutes to refill about 4,000 gallons of water, and we're constantly moving that water to the fire department to get them as much water as we can. For the people on zip code 90272, because we're pushing the water system so hard, our water quality is decreasing. So we're going to be issuing a boil water notice this morning.
The boil water
and that
notice
will extend for about 48 hours. The water quality is low. We have a lot of ash in the system. And so please, if you're going to be drinking water, you need to boil the water. Those boil waters will continue to increase as the system starts restoring.
Boil the ash out of the water. Now, I used to do a lot of camping, people, when I was a kid. I never liked boiling river water, but you have to. But you know that you boil stuff, fecal matter, beaver fever, giardia. You boil bacteria, parasites out of water. You boil it for 10 minutes, you let it cool. It tastes like crap, but you drink it anyhow. You can't boil heavy metals out of water. But you can't boil certain chemicals out of water. And you can't boil ash out of water. And if there's ash in the water, chances are there's ash in the water because there's the byproduct of burn in that water. And if it's, rubber particulate matter that's in there, I don't know that you can boil all of that out safely. I know that you're not going to have a place to buy water from because the local store has just been burnt to the ground. And these idiot scoundrel liars, what they do is pretend that, oh yeah, the only reason we didn't have water at higher elevations was because of water pressure. Congratulations, you're fired. What is this, your first day on the job, the first fire in California? Oh, because we had a lot of demand, so we didn't have water where you needed it. Be on your way. You explaining to me how you failed doesn't change the fact that you failed. And you failed at something for which you cannot fail. Oh yeah, sorry. The reason why the would-be assassin got a clean shot at Trump was because the roof was not covered because of the angle. Congratulations, you're fired and you should go to jail, period. The reason why we failed, you don't get to fail. Oh yeah, it was a very big fire, so fire hydrants lacked pressure. Bullshit. And if that's the excuse, anyhow, you're fired. At best, you're fired. I think they should be prosecuted. But she's lying. Because if that reservoir has 117 million gallons of water in it and it's elevated, which from what I understand it is, the pressure comes from gravity. So it's it's not just inexcusable. It's tough to think this is not by design. I had some other good stuff to play here. Just the classics. Nick Sorto getting the bombs here. Look at this guy. Here's another one explaining. Yeah, here's why we can't properly notify you of emergencies, because we can't control the notification of the Amber Alert, emergency alert things that you get in California. By the way, you want to laugh? I'll play this twice. I say he laughs, cynically. It looks like the translator guy, the deaf guy with what's that called? The hand sign language guy. Jeez Louise. The hand thinking guy can't believe what he's hearing. He looks like he's about to have some form of aneurysm, rupture an aneurysm. Look at this.
Well,
this guy's explaining why there are unintended, non-manned issuances of emergency alerts, which obviously are not warranted. Listen to this. They're explaining away why they are all incompetent and deserve to be locked up. In other countries, they would wish that they should be locked up. It would be for their own protection. Listen to this.
well, in coordination with our federal and state partners, how we can stop the messages that are going out right now that are not being initiated by a human action.
There you go. They're hearing one right now. The guy's doing a press conference on emergency alerts to save people's lives, and he's getting a bogus, unwarranted emergency alert because they're being issued without human intervention.
And then understand how that occurred.
Hold on. I'm going to start it from the beginning because I'm going to shut my big mouth. I just want to say this. Jail, 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 jail. Oh, no, but they're not responsible for anything. They're just employees. They're just little cogs in a wheel, little wheels in a machine. Listen to this. I'm going to play it, and I'm going to shut my big mouth, I promise.
Well, in coordination with our federal and state partners, how we can stop the messages that are going out right now that are not being initiated by a human action, to stop that, and then understand how that occurred so that the tool can still be used for what was identified as like a critical fire weather that we're still in experiencing and will continue to experience.
The sign language guy cannot believe what he's hearing. He has to be able to hear it, actually. So he cannot believe what he's hearing. He's like, oh my God, what's the word? What's ALS for vomiting because of the bull crap that you're spewing right now? We can't figure out why the warnings are being issued. Just minor details. It's my first day. Everyone should go to jail for this, period. Listen to Joe Biden reassure, by the way, I got to zoom in on this. Listen to him reassure, I can't zoom in on this. Look at Karen Bass's face on the bottom. Listen to Joe Biden reassure them that they're not to blame for the fact that the fire hydrants didn't produce water when it was needed in a fire emergency. Listen to this and tell, just if you replace Joe Biden with Gamaccio and you replace these three people here with whoever else was, you've got idiocracy. It's not your fault that the fire hydrants were dry during the fire. Silly you. I mean, it's just because they cut the power. And when they cut the power, the generators to push the water out don't work anymore. So you deserve a raise.
I think you're getting a bad rap. I know you're getting a bad rap about these fire hydrants don't have enough water in them. Give me a break. What this is all about is the utilities, understandably. What they did is they cut off power because they're worried about these high tension lines coming down and causing more fires in the wind, right? When they do that, guess what? They shut off the power that controls the ability to pump the water. And so now you're getting generators. I mean, this is complicated stuff. They're going to have a lot of demagogues out there trying to take advantage of it. I think
it's complicated stuff to have backup generators to push water to where the fires are. Oh, it's real complicated. Come on, man. And then you have demagogues taking advantage. You understand that that's a cheap shot at Trump. Jail, 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 and Kamala Harris, jail. Come on, this is complicated stuff. It's called your job, for which there is a no failure option. Oh, I was having thoughts of doom and gloom all day today. I don't think it's healthy. Listen to this. I have to measure my cortisol levels here. I haven't said the Serenity Prayer in a while, but there's no point saying it if I know that I can't abide by it. Listen to this. Listen to Kamala Harris. Joe Biden made a joke. He said, fire away. And then the media went crazy. That joke, okay, fine. He's a stupid, demented old man making a pun. Good for him. Listen to the verbal diarrhea that comes out of Kamala Harris's mouth. It flows. It flows like the sound of Capistrano. I forget what it is. You could not script. You could script AI to say, give me verbal diarrhea a la Kamala Harris, and it would sound just like this.
Madam Vice President, I know you're directly affected, so you fire away.
Oh, look at the way he touches her hand. I know you're directly affected, and he touches her hand. Oh, yeah, she's directly affected.
Madam Vice President, I know you're directly affected.
There you go.
So you fire away.
Fire away.
No pun intended.
Indeed. Thank you, Mr. President, and also for the work that everyone around this table has been doing with the appropriate sense of urgency, because this is an urgent matter.
Oh, it's an urgent matter? The catastrophic, out-of-control fires that have destroyed 15,000 buildings. It's an urgent matter. Thanks, Captain Obvious. My goodness. Her ability to actually just accurately assess, it's one of a kind. It's an urgent matter. Listen to her emphasize the urgency.
What we have seen in California, and in particular in Southern California, is apocalyptic in terms of the nature of it and the unprecedented nature of it as well.
Oh, so it's apocalyptic in terms of the nature of it and the unprecedented nature of it. It is unprecedented, this level of cataclysmic failure, but the phenomenon itself is actually quite routine, quite predictable, and quite well documented.